A program to make Delaware a little greener. Welcome back to the Delaware Way. I'm Larry Menti. Forest grants are available. We'll explain what that is in a second. First, I want to introduce you to Vicram Krishnamurthy, who is the Executive Director of the Delaware Center for Horticulture, and Kyle Hoyd, who is the Assistant Forestry Administrator for the Delaware Forest Service. Wow, that's half the time just getting your titles out. It's actually, when I read about it, people might get thrown by the title that it's a forest grant, but it's actually a pretty cool thing. It really is making the state greener. Explain how it works.
Yes, and thanks for having us, Larry.
Sure.
Kyle manages a program statewide through the Delaware Forest Service, and we work in partnership with the Delaware Forest Service here in Newcastle County primarily, but we serve as a resource at the Delaware Center for Horticulture for people related to community trees. So what we're talking about in terms of the opportunity is what's referred to as urban and community forestry. So it's not just a forest block or a forested tract of land, but really the streets that are, the trees that are part of your community, along your community streets, open space, those types of places, and this program is eligible for those areas.
So you're kind of just extending the forest outside of the forest. You're moving it and spreading it throughout the area. If I have a home, can I get one of these trees?
If you live in a homeowners association or civic association, you're eligible for funding. Funding must take place on publicly owned lands, and homeowners associations do have publicly owned lands such as open space within them. Our goal is to really take the grass cutting out and to bring green in, such as trees, some shrubbery, things on that nature.
And why is that important?
Well, urban trees and trees in communities provide so many benefits, not only in terms of property values. There's been a lot of research around property values, the economic benefits of urban and community trees, but also in terms of community building, neighborhood cohesion, things like that. There are a number of social benefits. Really, they, in terms of attractive elements of a neighborhood and a community, they really encourage people to get outside, so they have some effects on people's health and wellness and the livability of neighborhoods. And then, of course, there's a whole range of environmental benefits, not only in terms of air quality, but also water quality, stormwater management, managing, they're an important part of the water cycle, things like that, soil stability, reducing erosion. The benefits of urban trees and what they provide for communities really goes on and on. So, this program really encourages any Delaware community or municipality to really take advantage of this program and really add trees to our urban tree canopy.
How do people find more about this, and where do they apply?
They can apply at delawaretrees.com. We also have a Facebook page if you look up Delaware Trees on Facebook. You can go to the Delaware Center for Horticulture for more information, or you can call our main office in Dover. We have a number available. That's 302-698-4500. We're there to answer questions 24/7. And like I mentioned earlier, we've have done over $1.7 million in trees, and throwing 1,000 trees out there sounds like a small amount to do, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really helping the urban environment, water quality, air quality.
Yeah, well, I think it's great. And is it popular? I mean, do people need to get in early, or how do you pick who gets it?
It's competitive. We actually, the program is administered by a group called the Delaware Urban and Community Forestry Council, so that's a statewide group of partners. It also includes one citizen representative from each county. So there is a grants subcommittee that reviews and makes decisions on the grants. So it is competitive. We at the Delaware Center for Horticulture, along with Kyle and the Delaware Forest Service, are hosting a grant workshop next week. It's Wednesday evening, January 20th, from 6 to 8 p.m. So especially Newcastle County residents, we're located in Wilmington in the Trolley Square neighborhood. Our website is thedch.org, O-R-G, and you can find all details of that workshop. So we'll be there on hand. Staff of the Forest Service as well as DCH will be on hand to explain all the ins and outs of the grant, answer questions, talk about the process, provide some consultation on what the applications need to include as requirements, but then also opportunities for providing that match that's required and things like that.
Perfect. Thank you both so much for being here. Good luck with the program.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Vicram Krishnamurthy, who is the Executive Director of the Delaware Center for Horticulture, and Kyle Hoyd, the Assistant Forestry Administrator with the Delaware Forest Service. If you're interested in getting a tree for your community, get your application in now. When we come back, helping veterans in the state of Delaware. There is a organization that does just that, and they're looking for help. I'll explain when we come right back.